Seoul, October 11th, 2025. Could one quiet, almost invisible act of loyalty ignite a corporate firestorm? How did Jimin, BTS's cherished global icon, end up at the center of a scandal so intense that HYBE executives reportedly scrambled behind closed doors? And why would an agency known for meticulous control be blindsided by a simple yet powerful gesture of protection? Fans, analysts, and international media alike are asking the same burning question: what compelled Jimin to take matters into his own hands and shield Jungkook from the overwhelming pressure of the industry? Sources familiar with the inner workings of HYBE have confirmed that Jimin took deliberate steps to protect Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, during a particularly grueling period of promotions, social media appearances, and recording sessions. Insider accounts describe a scenario that reads more like a thriller than a standard corporate crisis. An artist taking unilateral action in a system where every move is usually sanctioned, scheduled, and scrutinized. The events leading to the revelation began weeks ago when observant ARMY noticed subtle changes in Jungkook's public activity. A canceled live stream here, a delayed social media post there, and several behind-the-scenes recordings that never went public. Initially, these were dismissed as minor scheduling adjustments, yet the pattern quickly became impossible to ignore. Fans pieced together the puzzle, sharing their theories across Twitter, Weverse, and Reddit. Speculation grew, and it wasn't long before American outlets seized upon the story with headlines such as HYBE stunned as Jimin shields Jungkook without approval, and exclusive, BTS brotherly loyalty sparks internal chaos at HYBE. Why is this significant? HYBE, as one of the largest entertainment agencies globally, operates with tightly controlled protocols. Every schedule, every public appearance, every media interaction is meticulously planned. For Jimin to act independently, without informing management, represents a rare act of defiance, not aggressive, but protective in nature. Analysts argue that the incident underscores the increasing tension between human agency and corporate oversight in the modern K-pop landscape. Dr. Hyejin Kim, a Seoul-based media psychologist, notes that idols like Jungkook occupy a highly vulnerable position. At this level of fame, every appearance and every move is magnified. The pressure is not just about performance, it's psychological, social, and relentless. When a trusted peer like Jimin intervenes, it is often because conventional safeguards fail to address the human element of stress and anxiety. Insider sources indicate that the act of protection was both strategic and emotionally driven. While specific details remain under wraps, reports suggest Jimin quietly managed Jungkook's engagements, controlling which interviews he would attend, which events he would appear at, and even which social media interactions were safe to conduct. The aim was not rebellion but preservation, shielding Jungkook from overexposure, potential burnout, and the harsh scrutiny of a hyper-connected global fanbase. HYBE's reaction, however, was anything but understanding. According to insiders, executives convened emergency meetings as soon as the protective actions came to light. Some staff reportedly attempted to undo Jimin's adjustments, but the changes were already in motion, leaving HYBE in a state of shock. The tension between artist autonomy and corporate control became public, at least indirectly, when the leaks about Jimin's intervention surfaced online. Fans' reactions were swift and overwhelmingly emotional. On Twitter, posts went viral within hours, praising Jimin's loyalty and foresight, while expressing outrage at HYBE for its rigid systems that seemingly necessitated such secretive measures. Hashtags like #JiminProtectsJungkook and #HYBEPanic trended globally, reflecting both admiration for the act and scrutiny of the company's approach to artist management. Meanwhile, American media outlets framed the story as a complex drama of loyalty and power. Variety, Billboard, and Rolling Stone highlighted how the incident illustrates the delicate balance between maintaining a polished public image and ensuring the well-being of global superstars. Commentators suggested that this might be an inflection point in the way K-pop agencies handle their most internationally visible artists. The leaked insider account also revealed the emotional dimension. Jimin, aware of the unrelenting pressure on Jungkook, reportedly felt compelled to step in. Friends and colleagues described the scenario as quietly heroic. It wasn't about making a statement, an anonymous insider said. It was about care. Jimin saw what could happen if Jungkook kept going at that pace and decided to act before it became a crisis. This revelation raises deeper questions about corporate culture in K-pop. Can agencies as massive and structured as HYBE truly safeguard the mental health of their artists when their peers take matters into their own hands? What happens when human emotion clashes with institutional control? And perhaps most intriguingly, will this incident encourage other idols to quietly protect each other in ways that management cannot anticipate? The ripple effects are already visible. Fans continue to scour social media for hints and confirmations. Analysts monitor HYBE's next moves, speculating about new internal policies or adjustments to scheduling and social media oversight. Meanwhile, Jimin and Jungkook maintain their trademark composure, focusing on music, performances, and fan interactions, leaving the public to wonder what actually occurred behind closed doors. What makes this story particularly compelling is the tension between secrecy and revelation. While Jimin's protective actions were meant to be discreet, the leak, whether intentional or accidental, thrust the incident into the global spotlight. Now, ARMY worldwide debates the motivations, implications, and ethics behind the intervention. Did Jimin act out of necessity, or was this a silent rebellion against the pressures imposed by HYBE? And how will the agency respond moving forward, now that the world is watching? As the dust begins to settle from the initial shock of the leaked insider report, the intricate timeline of Jimin's protective actions over Jungkook is starting to emerge. Observers and ARMY have meticulously pieced together clues from social media, fan-captured videos, and official BTS content, revealing a careful orchestration that went unnoticed by the casual viewer but caused a quiet uproar behind the scenes. The first subtle sign came shortly after Jungkook returned from a series of international engagements following his military discharge in June 2025. While BTS's official schedule indicated multiple interviews, photo shoots, and public appearances, several of these engagements were quietly rescheduled or redirected. According to sources within HYBE, these changes were not authorized by management, sparking confusion among scheduling teams. The insiders suggest that Jimin, fully aware of the mental and physical strain on Jungkook, initiated these adjustments personally. Fans noted that some expected public appearances were replaced with private studio sessions. Small clips surfaced on social media showing Jungkook recording tracks, rehearsing choreography, or quietly interacting with staff, all away from public scrutiny. The timing of these sessions coincided with particularly high-pressure events, including preparations for the upcoming album promotions and global live stream events. Analysts point out that this behavior indicates a deliberate attempt to shield Jungkook from the intense scrutiny that comes with international fame. The leak also confirmed that Jimin personally monitored Jungkook's social media activity. According to the insider, Jimin advised which posts to make public and which to withhold, carefully managing exposure to prevent potential backlash or fatigue. Fans quickly began to notice a pattern. While Jungkook's account remained active, interactions were measured, curated, and often timed to coincide with safer periods, such as late-night KST when fewer international eyes were online. The strategy appeared subtle to casual observers, but was unmistakable to fans who followed every post.